Okay then, hello. Hello, Will. How's your assignment going? The amount of fucking DS2 we're doing in the evening. I assume you've still got an hour and a half, yeah? I can never remember if you finish early or not on Fridays. Assignment. Right, what are we doing? Okay, you're on part 3 now, that's alright then. I think I'm just gonna do more no reset shit. But let's go. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a ton of no reset stuff over the next, like, I don't know, couple weeks. So may as well just like do a bunch of them to get used to the route again. Or to actually like play through the entire game rather than resetting every 5 minutes. I mean, yeah, you have until Monday to finish it, but I guess... I mean, you are out, what, tomorrow? So I guess it just depends on how much time you have for it. Oh, it is 4:30 Fridays, okay. Fair enough. Or in when you're out, or like when you can finish it off. Yeah, it just depends on when you have time. Because I obviously don't know how long it's supposed to take, but it's just... I'm sure we'll be able to find the time. Especially if it's only like one part of a larger thing. Yeah, when you're out, okay, yeah. I mean, you have all of Sunday, so that will probably be completely fine. Like, I can't imagine it would take more than a day to like finish off. Don't start mentioning any of the technical stuff because I do not have a clue. You have to do whatever that is. Fair enough. Oh, okay. I've just never heard it called that. I've never heard it abbreviated, I should say. So I just kind of looks like that and was just like, is that some sort of CAD thing or something? But no. I've just always called it like risk assessment and like method shit and whatever. Okay, not method shit, but even though that would be the correct abbreviation. I've just always called it that and not abbreviated it. Also, hello Marina. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, method shit. It's exactly what it stands for. I don't know why you're questioning me. Basically, the shit you're forced to do, but no one likes doing it. Basically. "25 more minutes, Marina. Almost done." It always feels a bit weird because I never have like a 2-day weekend. So it always feels a bit odd to me. And it's like, oh yeah, I've got half an hour left, whatever, and then I've got the weekend. You know, it just always seems weird to me because I don't have that. Also, Will's voice is so fucking deep. Like, I know Will said it was deep, but like, holy fuck. Can barely fucking register on the microphone. I mean, no weekends is a bit rough, but I'm used to it. Like, I'm more than used to it at this point, so it doesn't overly bother me. So I'm just used to working Saturday, Sunday. Also just not having like 2 consecutive days off, so like I'm used to it, so. Okay, hear me out though, Will. The reason I didn't even want to have the mic on, I was just trying to like show you my screen to prove that I'd actually put the fucking summon sign down. And then it's like, oh yeah, your mic's connected, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So I was just like, well, guess my mic's on now. So I was just trying to show you like where I'd put the sign. Yeah, the PS5 controller mic is a very high quality microphone. Definitely high quality. Yeah, I do also finish early, Marina. Or like, obviously I still work all day, but I finish like earlier than normal because I start earlier. So that is also nice that work doesn't just like split the day in half. It's sort of like all done at the start. So hello agility. Help with phase 2 Ludwig. From what, or at least the way I tend to fight Ludwig is, I tend to find like dodging to my right to help on a lot of the attacks. Or like definitely make sure you're dodging like through the sword. You know, like if he's swinging from your right to your left, then dodge to your right. So like dodge through the attack. But just sort of like going around his left side, so to your right, works quite well for me. Or at least in the limited knowledge I have about Bloodborne. Like how to properly do things. But if you're always at his side, then it makes it easier to dodge the insta-kill when he goes for it. Because you can just very quickly get behind him. Yay, go boo. We actually did a boss hitless. I would say I'm obviously nowhere near as like good at fighting Bloodborne bosses as I am at something like Sekiro, but at least that's the way I fought Ludwig, and that has worked for me most of the time. Sort of like hugging his left side. I mean, for the big AoE, you just back off. Like, if he does go for it, then you just back off and then... You know, and then you just go back into his side. So it basically means that, like, a lot of his attacks, you're going to avoid them. Because he also swings... I think most of his attacks come over his right shoulder, so you're also, like, on the opposite side to that. Oh, you mean like the big, like, insta-kill effectively? Yeah, so if you start on his side, so when he first goes for it, it will do like a small AoE, which you might be able to get out of the way of if you run, but if not, then you'll get knocked to his side. So then, even after you get back up, you still have time to run behind him before he does the actual slam part of it. And you can get a ton of hits there. So hello Osama, hope your day is going well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty great myself, thank you. Managed to beat Zotan Soul Tyrant. Yo, nice Marina. GG. Could enter White Palace, but White Palace is a fun place. I would advise not doing Path of Pain. or like leave that to the very end if you do want to do it. Like, don't put yourself through that now. It's tough. And it also doesn't have like an achievement or anything. It's literally just like a bit of lore. I mean, yeah, Ludwig was quite a challenge for me as well. But I think I died to him like the second or third most in my first playthrough. Because I actually like, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it's on my phone somewhere, but I actually like wrote down how many deaths to all the bosses I had in my first Bloodborne playthrough. And I'm pretty sure Ludwig was like second or third highest. So it definitely caused me a few issues. I'm pretty sure like all of my top 3 like most attempts bosses were DLC. Oh god, this ball is not being cooperative. Holy fuck. You gonna stagger? Thank you. Yeah, I still remember Abriatas took me... Actually, I'm going to try and see if I can find my notes for all of my like casual playthrough deaths in Bloodborne. I should be able to just find it somewhere. Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere in my notes. I'm actually just kind of curious at this point. Where the fuck is it? I'll have a look for it in a second. But yeah, I'm that's thing, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, tomorrow should be all bosses. Which is gonna be an interesting one. I'd say I don't know when I'm gonna start. I kind of want to start early at like 11:30 or like 11 or something. Then at the same time, at like 12:30 is the Honkai Star Rail 2.1 live stream, which I kind of want to watch, but I might need to watch that like just the repeat after. Dude, where the fuck is this? I've got to have this somewhere. I've got to have this somewhere. I love how I've just like fucking stopped doing the actual run to like find this. Like, who needs the actual run when I can be fucking scrolling through the notes on my phone? Dude, what? Okay, apparently I just don't even have... I could have sworn I had it in my notes. Whatever. Yes, it should be all bosses. Don't know exactly when I'm going to start, but... unless something goes awfully, it should be all bosses. And yeah, I always watch the Ludwig cutscene as well, because it also syncs up the music. Because like, if you just skip the cutscene, then you're fighting phase 2 with like the phase cutscene music. So I always sit... it's also just a really good cutscene, but I always watch it to make the music line up. I mean, Ludwig's sword is still pretty good. But I think it's because the way Ludwig works is phase 1 he counts as a beast. So like serrated weapons and things like that work really well. But then in phase 2, like the game actually counts him as human. Like he stops taking extra damage from like beast weapons and things. Which is also just really fucking cool. That it's like, yeah, he's now human. But it's definitely like one of the best fights in the game. Like, if not the best. Like, personally, not the best for me, but it's like second or third. Basically, Will, it's there's like an update stream for Star Rail for the next like update version, which is tomorrow at I think like 12:30. But I'll probably just watch like watch it later. Yeah, the charge attack in phase 1 can be difficult to dodge. I think especially like if you're actually far away. Like I always like dodge kind of forwards left, but if you actually start quite far away, then he basically just hits you anyway. But I don't remember too many attacks in phase 1 causing me like a lot of issues. Because a lot of them I remember like pretty well how to avoid them. Say like there's nothing that's super difficult, I don't think. Like there's no attack that's like way harder than the others to dodge. I guess some of his jump stuff can be a bit annoying. Because like he goes off screen, but they're still relatively like kind timing wise. Yeah, the little like bit before phase 2 where he just spams the same like 3 like really powerful attacks can be a bit annoying. Especially if you're like trying to line up the music. Because that's what I always do. I always get him low in phase 1 and then try and like line up the music before I hit him. So then like the cutscene lines up and the phase 2 music starts like at the beginning of phase 2. I mean, that's the thing, because like Blood Bowl music is just too good to pass up. Like, I will literally like get a boss low and then just sort of sit around in the fight and just dodge around doing nothing just to listen to the music. For honestly, quite a lot of the bosses. I mean, it is a slower weapon, yes, but yeah, I mean, you could always use the tricked version, I guess. That might be what I did, honestly. I think I might have used the tricked version. Just to make it a bit faster to swing. I remember also doing that against, like, Orphan. I mean, I guess against Orphan it's a bit different because having the tricked version means you have your gun out so you can parry. I guess in Orphan's case it's a bit different, but like, but I think I think any boss that you can parry, I had my I always made sure I had my gun out. Done for the weekend, Marina. Nice job. The week is over. I don't remember like which bosses I did parry in my first playthrough though. I remember parrying like Orphan Phase 1. And I mean, I assume Maria, but honestly don't remember doing any of the others. Like fighting some of the bosses like without parrying can actually be quite difficult. That's actually not super straightforward. But at the same time, parrying just kind of trivializes some of them. Yeah, especially like Maria. Maybe even Gascoigne. Like parrying those bosses just nullifies most of the difficulty. Except for that time that you watched me like die like twice trying to parry Gascoigne, but except for that time. Okay, is this dude gonna hit me another time even though I didn't even know he could hit me in the first place? Or are we cool? Okay, we're cool. Wasn't even aware that dude could hit you until, not yesterday, Wednesday. But there's always a new time, there's always a time for the game to find something new to hit me. Mostly like random enemies. You reckon you could speedrun Professor Layton? Do it. Okay, actually do it though. How do you even do that? Just like, oh look at me, I solved this puzzle really quickly because I already knew the answer. Like, how would you even speedrun it? How quickly can you type the answer to a puzzle? Yeah, just beat the game fast. I mean, that is just what every speedrun is though, so it doesn't seem like the kind of game that you would speedrun. But you never know. Definitely be a funny one. Yeah, that's the thing, like Gascoigne can become very easy with parries. Phase 2 I still suck at. Like Phase 2 Gascoigne I'm still dreadful at, but I've gotten a lot better at Phase 1 with the parries. Why do I always go to the wrong idol? $90 puzzles, holy fuck. So it's just run around and look for them. Also, like, I also don't get the argument of people saying like, oh, this boss is bad because it's easy. You know, like, not every boss has to be, you know, super difficult, like 30 plus attempts. And a lot of like easy bosses are very good, like especially on first playthrough. Like Divine Dragon. Easy as fuck, very good boss first playthrough. Or, you know, in my opinion, also like Renala. Like I honestly really like the Renala fight. Like sure it's easy, but you know, it doesn't need to be difficult. I mean, yeah, you obviously have to know where to go to progress, but that's just the same with any game. Like, obviously, if you're going to do a speed run of any game, it would kind of help to know where the fuck you need to go to beat the game. Like, imagine me trying to do this, but not actually knowing like how to beat Sekiro. Just like aimlessly running around fighting things until I somehow win. That would be pretty funny. It can be funny to watch a speedrun like that though. Like literally just like see how fast someone can beat the game if they don't actually know where they need to be. Oh, fuck you. That was the ultimate snipe. I don't have an idol anywhere near there. Oh my god. Oh dear. That's the ultimate snipe. Dude, why has Gunfort been going wrong lately? Like, I know it's a bit of an RNG fest, but it was actually doing pretty well until very recently. Whoops. I mean, hey, that's not really my fault. Like, Gunfort is just RNG. There's not much I can do about it. Or like, it's very dependent on like exactly when you press to like grapple or something. You know, if you're like a couple frames off, you're just gonna get shot. Overpower RNG with my skill. So that's what I mean. Like, it's pretty much luck. Like, I pressed grapple slightly later then, and I didn't get shot. But yeah, Gunfort. I say this is always like a choke point, because it is just RNG most of the time. But at least it means we don't have to worry about getting hit anymore. Good old Gunfort. The way that even though I've died, I still don't even have the option to resurrect. Because I died from falling off a cliff. You're annoyed that we lost the Throne Defender? I mean, hey, we didn't lose the Throne Defender. You lost the Throne Defender. Hey, you're the one that died. I fucking killed one of them, and it was like, oh no, Will died, returning you to your world. We didn't lose anything. Well, you should have just run away. Like, if you just ran, or... Like, there were a lot of times when I had both of them attacking me, and I just got out of the way. I mean, shields against multiple enemies aren't even that good. Because I said they're just going to drain your stamina way quicker. Like, more quickly. But yeah, your character's in full Havels, but that's not my problem, is it? Like, if you've made a character that can't fucking move out of the way as shit, then that's not my fault. Like, full Havels with a massive shield, like, I wonder why they're not very fast. Who would have guessed? Okay, am I going to fuck up the grab deflect for like the third time? Okay, she didn't even grab. She didn't even grab. I don't know how I've messed up that attack, like, actually quite a lot recently. Like, it's not that tough of a timing. Oh, we got the cool jump. I mean, yeah, Nishandra's easy. It's like that wasn't an issue at all. Just, of course, the, like, New Game Plus bosses are gonna hit hard. Like, I had basically maxed armor. Like, two of my armor pieces were definitely plus 10. And now I think I might have had, like, the other two at plus 9 or something. So I was basically I mean, I guess I did have Lightning Clutch on, but... Even so, I was getting, like, you know, half my HP taken off with a hit. So I couldn't even see the Dragon Rider fight. So I was trying to lure the lure the Phantom and enemy far enough away that I could run into the boss room. And by the time I got through the fog wall, he was already dead. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think the, like, Phantom or something just did a shit ton of damage and I just booked it to try and make space. You felt bad? Oh no. I mean, hey, I could sort myself out fine. I just ran away and healed. Like, it's not that difficult. I mean, you did get the cheese, though, so... They did say you couldn't mess it up. I don't actually know if I've ever, like, tried the Dragon Rider cheese. I've seen it done so many times, but I don't know if I've ever actually attempted to do it myself. Were they, though? Like, I two-shot them. Honestly, I actually kind of like that about, like, New Game Plus DS2, that they start, like, adding in new encounters and new enemies and things. Not when they're, like, super mega tanky, but... Like, the enemies in Sentry's Room were fine. Like, they got two-shot. And there were only two of them anyway. It's not like there was a swarm. It's not like, I know, Rat Vanguard or something where there'd just be a swarm of them. Yeah, I've made that mistake before as well, Agility. where I like go and prepare outside the boss room and then I get like grabbed. She just waits on like the little... It's on like the ledge next to the gate where the dude banging it is. Like between like the main path that you run and the gate is where the witch is. So honestly it's probably easiest just to kill her every time. So that definitely happened to me. You just went and got 600 vials. I mean, I can't blame you. Like, say, I didn't... I think last time I played, like on Saturday, is the first time I played online. So before that, I've always had the joys of having to like farm vials elsewhere. Or like farm echoes and then put it all into vials. Honestly, using that chalice is such like a relief. Like even if you're not using it to actually farm like echoes for levels, just so that you never run out of vials or bullets is honestly so nice. I mean, the thing is, Will, like, it works, but I don't know why it works. Like, it shouldn't make a difference is the thing. Like, it seemed to be working, but it shouldn't make a difference. Because we weren't doing that before and it still worked fine. And like that should only apply to like invaders, not co-op. I don't know why it worked, but it did. Yes, I don't know why it actually made a difference. I don't see why it would. But at least it does work. Like so you can just very quickly summon again. So there aren't too many more bosses left, are there? There's probably like 10 or something. The only thing I will say though is you're doing Iron Keep. Like, even if you can summon in Iron Keep, you're doing it. I'm not going to that place. I'm not going to voluntarily go and like walk, like clear out Iron Keep. Like, oh my god, that place sucks. Oh yeah, sure, Hitless isn't that bad agility. Like, I did it, I think in like September 2022, is when I did sure Hitless. And like, I mean, when I first did it, it was obviously like a massive thing, and now it's just kind of like, you know, oh yeah, that's the sure part of the run done. Like, to first learn it, yeah, it was quite tough, but now it's pretty straightforward. And saying, even though I got hit on it here, that was like an RNG hit effectively. But I remember that, like, when I first did it, I do remember that my 8th fight was really scuffed. I also think Screen Monkeys was scuffed. I don't think I did, like, the safe strat for the 4th monkey and ended up chasing it around. I honestly can't remember, like, how my sure Hitless went. Or, like, how attempts went as well. I assume I probably died a fuck ton of times to, or, like, lost a ton of runs to Gyobu. That's probably, like, the main thing. You skip Smelter? Is that really the best idea, though? Like, if you skip Smelter, you miss out on the, like, midpoint bonfire. So if you die, you have to, like, clear out the Smelter run back as well. Or do you just, like, book it for the ladder and you can make it up or something? I don't know, if I had to do NG+, I would honestly, like, personally, I think I'd probably kill Smelter still. Like, just to get the bonfire. I mean, I guess if you really don't like the fight, then, or you're, like, really bad at the fight, then you're just adding in, like, some extra run backs. And basically just depends on, you know, do you trust yourself to get all the way from the start of Iron Keep to Iron King in one go? I mean, if you do trust yourself, then yeah, you're fine, but you know, if you think you're gonna die on the way or something, then adding in all that extra run back probably isn't the best idea. I mean, yeah, like they're easy enough if you take your time, but they take a long time, is the thing. Like, if you are really patient with it, they're not that bad, but because I mean, that's what I did. Like, in that room with all the like lowering platforms. I tried clearing out and couldn't do it, so then I just ended up trying to like run through, which is what ended up causing issues. Because I just didn't have the patience to clear it out every single time. I mean, I'm sure there are like good ways to clear it out, but I always just try clearing out one at a time, and then that just sometimes wouldn't work. Because Ironkeep is dog shit anyway. Like, I hated Ironkeep way more than I remember it. Like, I did not remember disliking Ironkeep that much in my first playthrough. I mean, honestly though, like, I think Iron King and Smelter Demon are like decent bosses. Like, Iron King and Smelter Demon are decent. And then it also has my favourite armour in the game, like with the Alon Knights and Captain. But the actual area itself, my god, it sucks. Like I say, I don't mind the enemies or bosses that much, it's just the amount of them that are placed there. The amount of them placed there just make it horrific. You know, take care, Agility. Hope to see you soon. You watched the entire DS2 Loved. Why? Well, like in one sitting. I mean, fair enough, I guess, but wait, which three were in from the DLC? Wait, which DLC are we on about? Is it like Alana or someone else? Okay, yeah, Alana. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Oh, Cathedral Woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. And and the other person in Boom Tower. I guess yeah, like one from each DLC then. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Because we say they are like tied together, like world-wise. There's also Cathedral Woman, I can never remember her name. Whatever, like with the whole like Old Chaos being Islith type thing, and then her basically like sealing it off or something, then it does kind of make sense for her to have a like connection in some way to Izalith or to like that type of stuff in DS1. The full video was 2 hours long. Why did you watch all of it in a sitting? So you just watched it all in one go? Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Like just watching like a third of it. That definitely seems a lot more reasonable. Oh yeah, if each section is like 40 minutes, then I mean, yeah, I quite often watch like a 40-minute YouTube video on something, but I was going to say like 2 hours just seemed like really excessive, but yeah, if it was only 40 minutes, then wait, I didn't go and get the I didn't go and get the confetti, did I? I did not go and get this. There we go. Was the S1 only like half an hour then, Will? Yeah, I've done platinum for this game. Yeah, the all skill achievement takes a very long time. Like, even after I'd done like 4 playthroughs, it still took some like skill point farming. Like, even at the very end after 4 playthroughs. Like, just because the amount of XP you need for it. Because I think in total, I think all skills in total is like, I want to say it's about 120 skill points. It's like something around there, which... Yeah, the last like 20 take forever to get. I never tried doing like a speed run of the all achievements, but like just doing it casually, yeah, it takes forever. I think it took me like an hour to like farm all the skill points I needed, like at the very end. But why did he go there? Good old dragons. Yeah, take care, Will. Okay, is anyone going to spawn like here for me to... Are you the last one? Yes. The further I get into this one, the more that, like, gunfort hit annoys me. I mean, it was still just like pure RNG, but even so. Come on. I just needed to grapple slightly later, and I think all of the bullets would have gone, like, above me. Like, gunfort does just come down to, like, very small timings and just an element of luck. Okay, can we stop doing all these random attacks, please? Yes, hey, all the Mushin arts at the end take a long time because they cost like 6 skill points each. I think one of them also costs 9. I'm pretty sure one of them costs 9 skill points at the very end. But yeah, it takes forever. What are you using to farm them? Like, what enemy? Because there are, like, some ways that are way better than others, for sure. So I seem to remember the best ones being, like, either the dude at Ashton Castle Antechamber, like the Lone Shadow, or the enemies at, like, Stairway, where the Drunkard is, in Outskirts. Because those ones can also drop, like, the Mercury that you need for prosthetic upgrades. But I seem to remember those being, like, the best 2 farms. Or at least, like, those are the farms that I used, I should say. I can't remember if there are better ones than that or not. I just remember I also need to go and get the, I need to go and get the extra Gatchines, don't I? Because I used an extra one because of the Gunfort death. Because of the Gunfort death, I used one more Gatchine than I normally would. So I need to go and pick up the ones in there. There we go. Just trying to, like, pick my opportunity to quickly, like, jump into the room. Would say I think the I want to say that each of the enemies at Stairway give like 600-700 skill points each, and I think there's like 5 of them per minute or per like 50 seconds or something. And then the Lone Shadow, you can do it every like 12 seconds, and I want to say they give like 2k every 12 seconds. Oh, you're using those enemies. I know which ones you mean. Yes, I don't actually know what way is the fastest. So like all of these enemies here give you like 600-700 each, and you can kill like 5 per run. And so I think a run takes like 45-50 seconds. But like you can use that farm to get the Mercury for upgrades, like while getting skill points. So it's pretty helpful. Oh, I still need to run to Ishan, don't I? I need to run to Ishan, then we do Headless Ape. I haven't actually gotten the like the extra echoes that I normally get in a while. I guess because I'm not on a hitless run. Because it is just a quest. I mean, I would recommend like testing out both of those methods. So the Ashen Outskirts Stairway and like those sort of 5 enemies, and also test out from the Ashna Castle antechamber and just killing like the one Lone Shadow over and over again. Basically, just see how much XP those give you compared to the one you're currently doing, and then see if it's better or not. Because I can't remember like a definitive like, oh yeah, this way is best. So I'd say just try them both out and see if they help. I would say that there's a quest line I can do in this run that takes like 5 minutes that gets me more echoes. But I haven't been doing that recently because it's just a time sink. But if I were actually on a hitless run, then I would be doing that quest to make sure I had all the echoes I needed. Let's say for runs where I've been hit, there's no point. I said it is literally just a time sink if there's no use to it. I still need to go and buy... I can still go and buy some more confetti though. Okay, where are you going to scream? That is probably a Hoover. There's a Hoover right now, so I think the mic's probably picking up on that. So if it is still picking up on it, it should be gone. Yeah, I think they just finished. think my mic can be pretty sensitive though. Okay, time for Demon. I need to just play this fight a bit safer. Like recently I've been playing like super risky here because I've already been hit, so it doesn't matter. I need to just be a bit more careful. And get into the habit of actually doing this fight hitless. I mean, honestly, Demon isn't as bad as I expected it to be. Like, when I first moved from Purification to All Memories, I expected Demon to be, like, horrendous to do no-hit. He's honestly not that bad. Well, he's still tough, but not as tough as I thought it would be. I say it's just a thing with like well-designed difficulty in the sense that like every attack has an obvious counter, you know? That counter may be difficult to actually perform, but it's obvious what it is. You know, even though Demon does feel more like a Souls boss than a Sekiro boss. Because it feels more natural a lot of the time to dodge. So he definitely feels more like a Dark Souls boss. But I can still like deflect enough, so... Honestly, I think Phase 2 is the one that gives me the most issues. Because, I mean, even though Phase 3, I guess, technically has more moves, you get to start it with a Mortal Draw to, like, chunk some of his HP. So it doesn't go on for as long. The Phase 2 is just the full health bar. So it's harder because you can't just skip through it. It's kind of like Sword Saint Ishin casually. Because like Phase 3 has more moves than Phase 2, but because of the lightning it's easier. Because you can just use the lightning. I mean, for no hit in specific, like Sword Saint, we can't return the lightning. Because of the rules. So for no hit in particular, Phase 3 is harder, but like general casually, it's easier than Phase 2. Also, I do not want to be in that fire. I kind of want him to back away from the fire. Because if I step in that... Okay, thank you. Yeah, like this phase is probably easier because we get to start with this chunk of damage. Like, we get to start with this, so... That definitely helps. I think, like, honestly, Demon isn't that bad. You know, it's just a very long fight. Honestly, isn't that bad for Hitless. Just not making a mistake for this long obviously makes it more likely to screw up. Okay, what are you doing? GG. That's it, I can Hitless Demon. It's just being patient enough to do it. But if I'm patient enough, it's completely fine. Like, I think the main thing that I always slip up there is, you know, because the Confetti and Akko last very limited time, I always play like super aggressively when they're still active to like try and get the most value out of them, which then ends up with me getting hit. I need to buy 3 of those, and I think I can get 5. I just need to play more defensively, like, you know, if there isn't an opportunity to use it to like attack here, don't. It just means that there's going to be a lot of time spent in the fight where you have no buffs. Okay, just Hirata and final boss left for this run then. So I always do Hirata at the end because, like, A, that's what I'm used to from Purification. Like, I'm used to doing Hirata right at the end. Second, I feel like doing Demon at the end isn't a good idea. You know, because it is probably like the hardest fight mechanically. I feel like leaving that fight to the very end and being like, oh yeah, I've done the rest of the game hitless, but now there's still the hardest fight. You know, plus you're probably going to have a bit of nerves at that point. I don't think doing Demon at the end is the best idea. Plus also, Lady Butterfly hitless is a nightmare. I'd much rather fight Demon with less attack power and do less damage and have that fight go on longer in order to make Lady Butterfly easier. Phase 2 Butterfly is honestly actually pretty difficult to hitless if you don't melt her. Yeah, not to worry, got no name. Yeah, say those are just like the 2 methods that I remember using. So like if they're better, then yeah, hopefully getting all the skill points that you need shouldn't take as long now. It will still take a while. Like, don't get me wrong, you still need a crap ton of skill points, but it will still take time, but hopefully not as much time, yeah. What new game cycle are you in, by the way? Like, I'm assuming you're in like New Game Plus 3 or something. Like you've done all the endings, but you just need the skill points, I'm guessing. Yeah, obviously, like, make sure you're in the highest new game possible because it will give you the most skill points. Yeah, 20 skill points. I mean, it will still take a while, but it's not super bad. Like, you know, obviously just put something on in the... Like, best thing is obviously just put something on in the background and just do it. Like, you know, don't, like, focus your attention on it. Just have something else and just do that. You're new here? Oh, yeah, welcome, Will. Yeah, I've never seen you around before. Good to see you here. Don't know who you are. Okay, how many confettis have I got? I have 5 echoes, which is butterfly, butterfly, Ishan, Ishan, Ishan. 10 confetti, butterfly, butterfly, owl, owl, 3 on Ishan, 1 on each drunkard. Still on New Game 0 and not gotten any of the endings. Oh. I say, as you go into higher new games, the amount of skill points you get, the amount of like XP you get from enemies increases, but the like requirements for each skill point level stays the same. So like, I would always highly recommend doing skill points at the end when you're on the highest new game, where you're going to get like the most XP. I guess, like, yeah, get out of the way first can also be a good idea. I always do, like, the most annoying things for all achievements last. Because then it's like, you know, I've got every achievement but this. So if I just do this now, then we're done. I guess, like, doing it first, like, get out of the way isn't a bad idea. Or like, if you'd rather prefer doing it that way. You know, you don't want to like leave yourself with the super boring stuff at the end, I guess. Well, that's a perfectly valid way to do it. It'll just take longer, you know. And welcome back, Agility. Good level for the DLC. I think like 70 to 80 is decent. I can't remember exactly like how high you want to be. So I'm pretty sure like 70 to 80 is about a good level. And then you definitely want like a +9 or 10 weapon. Like +10 requires beating me, Kalash. We're level 60. How far have you gotten with like the main bosses? Like, out of curiosity. Like, how much of the main game have you done? I mean, 60 isn't necessarily low, it's just... Obviously 70 to 80 will give you an easier time. I'm dead. Oh, I don't have mid-air combat arts or mid-air prosthetic, do I? I should probably get that. Also, yeah, that's why we fight Lady Butterfly super fucking late. Because that phase 2 is horrific if you don't just melt her. That phase 2 is horrendous if you don't just instantly kill her. I'd say it can definitely work at level 60. But you probably want to be like 70 to 80 for like more comfort. So I would definitely get the plus 10. I'm just curious, did I not get... Wait, what? I was trying to use the... I was trying to use those mid-air and it wasn't working. Okay. So I was jumping in the air and spamming R2 and it wasn't doing that. But I do have mid-air prosthetic. I'm not entirely sure why that happened then, to be honest. So I would advise getting... I mean, you can pick up a lot of chunks in the DLC. But I would advise like getting a plus 9 or 10. Because it is like the highest scaled stuff. I mean, I guess that is a way to think about it. No name. Like, get the boring stuff first so that then you can have fun. So, like, personally, I'm kind of the other way around. Personally, I'm like, leave the boring stuff to the end so that I'll be motivated to do it because that's the last thing I need to do. Whereas if I do it at the start, then, you know, if it will be super boring. So I finish that and then I just kind of think the game or whatever is boring and don't want to do it. Even though, you know, it just kind of makes me maybe not want to do it if I do the boring stuff first. Yeah, I guess it's just a different way of looking at it. That's thing, like, time-wise, it's faster to do skill points at the very end, but I guess, yeah, getting all the boring stuff first is a way to look at it. Will and Marina both back at the same time. Oh boy. Really well timed that. Yeah, Will's never been in a stream before. Totally. Dude, I hate that attack. My favourite part of... Okay, this is probably going to just seem like more shade, but my favourite part of the 1.0 video is all the comments that are just talking about you, Will. Because there's another one that I saw which is just like, this Will guy's never played Elden Ring before, has he? Just like... I just find them funny. You know, like, this guy has never played Elden Ring in his life. Yeah, it's a pretty recent one in the last, like... I got owl-memed. I just got owl-memed. We hit each other at the same time. Yes, it was like a couple days ago, I think. It's just like, yeah, he's never played Elden Ring in his life. Yeah, looking at like new comments can be pretty fun, seeing them all. My favourite comments are the ones that are like, It's like, you know, like this dude's so bad at the game because of course the stuff in the game is me dying, or like the stuff in the video is like me dying and stuff. It's like, oh my god, this guy's really bad at the game. It's like I'm making the video for like your entertainment. I'm not gonna put in like 10 minutes of me just dodging an attack. I'm gonna put in the funny shit, which most of the time is me fucking up and dying. So like, if you want to, I could put in 10-15 minutes of me like just dodging an attack, but oh wow, he pressed circle. Yeah, they can be funny. They're always like a fun read. They're always a fun read. But that's it, it's just like, you know, like, oh, I died to Godric, so like I'm very bad, but okay, yeah, all pay attention to, obviously, like, I barely got hit in any of the time before I died, because I was still, like, base level. Or like, oh, you died to this boss ignoring like the entire health bar that I did fine before I got caught in one attack sort of thing. Or a lot of it is also me just like messing around. You know, like, I know how to fight this boss, so I'm going to have a bit of fun. And then I screw it up. So it is just fun reading like a ton of comments. Like, if they're like good or bad, it doesn't matter, they're just like funny to read. Okay, all things considered, for just a no reset run like straight out of the blocks today, this has gone pretty well. Like, for just a no reset just at the very start of stream, this has been pretty good. Definitely a lot better than Wednesday. What was Tuesday? How did runs even go Tuesday? Or was Tuesday the fucked up day? I can't remember. However, it's like, say, 3 hits for first run, not bad. I mean, that's the thing, like, just leveling up a bit of agility just to give yourself like some HP. Just like a bit of safety. Because of course, like, your healing improves with your HP. So having a lot of HP is always helps. Because vials just heal just 40% of your max HP. Which I like that at high level, but not lower level. Like, if you're doing like a bod level 4 run or something, then it means that the attacks that you barely survive, instead of taking like 1 vial to heal at a normal HP, it takes you like 3 vials. But then you still have the same number of vials as you would so you just have to use more every time you get hit. That's in the overhead slam. You just want to try and get behind him. I mean, like, I always stick to the side, so then when he does that, I can just very quickly run behind him and not have to worry about it. Yeah, if you get caught in it, it's just game over. Like, if you get caught in it, you're just done. So... I mean, as far as, like, insta-kill attacks go, it's pretty damn well telegraphed. You know, as far as massive damage attacks go, it gives you a lot of time to get out of the way, which is very fair. You know, it's not like something like Waterfowl, which... I think Waterfowl gives you about a second before she actually starts the volley. I think it's about a second. Which, I mean, you know, even if Waterfowl were easy to dodge, 1 second of like telegraphing for that much damage isn't a lot. But say Ludwig gives you initial AoE and then a good like 5 seconds of charge to get out of the way. So the Ludwig one makes sense, you know, like more telegraphing, more time to get out of the way equals more damage. But like on the most part, those sorts of attacks are done really well. Like Soul of Cinder's big wombo combo in phase 2 gives you like 2 seconds. Which is also pretty big. That's it, like your instinct is you see boss charging up massive attack, so your instinct is to just run away and like get as far away as possible. Which in the case with something like Soul of Cinder or Melania is the correct answer. But for Ludwig specifically, you actually want to be close to him so that you can get behind him. It's a pretty nice like mix-up of that, to be fair. Seeing like massive attack and not having to run away and actually wanting to be close. Yeah, or you just end up running into a corner. I'm pretty sure it does have like a range on it. No, I'm pretty sure it's not like the entire length of the arena. It's just a pretty large range. I on the most part, like Bloodborne DLC bosses are fucking incredible. Like Lawrence is the only one that I really don't like. And honestly, from the playthrough Saturday, I don't think Lawrence is as bad as I remembered him being. Like, definitely on New Game Plus, he's fucking awful. New Game Plus Lawrence is awful, but yeah, I guess on New Game, like from the playthrough last week, he wasn't as bad as I remembered. Still bad, but not as bad. You dodged the big insta-kill attack and then died to something else because of how excited you were. Honestly, that happens to everyone. There's like one attack that keeps killing you, you finally dodge it, and then you're like, okay, I've dodged it now, this is the attempt. You know, I've got through the attack, this is the attempt. And then you just mess up something basic. It happens to everyone. I mean, you know how to dodge it now, so you just need to do it again. You know how to deal with it. I think it's just a case of like trial and error. Of like trying to dodge things in different ways. Then when you find a way, just practicing it. And then eventually the entire fight will come together. I think, like, in all honesty, Bloodborne's main game bosses aren't actually that good. Like, I think a lot of them are respectable. Like, you know, they're decent bosses, but they're nothing, like, amazing. Like, on the most part. I mean, like Bloodborne's early game is really good, but then the mid and late game does kind of fall off somewhat. Aside from like the odd area. At least the DLC is just incredible though. Wait, do you have like 29 vials max agility? Like, have you just got a ton of, like, vial runes on? It's honestly not a bad idea. Like, if you're really struggling with a boss. Because, I mean, in fairness, like, nine vials... 9 vials give you an extra 360% of your HP. So... I guess, like, if you need the healing, that is honestly actually a really good idea. You don't have to go? Why not? I don't even remember what you said you had to, like, what you were doing, but... Why do you not have to go anymore? Interesting. I can't remember what you said it was, but... I'm not saying I wanted you to go, I just didn't think it would have been the kind of thing that would get cancelled. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I remember on my first playthrough of Bloodborne, I think I had 24 vials. I like always use that one. Like the +4 max files one I always use on like every playthrough to give myself 24. But then the other ones I just like kind of use whatever. I normally go for like money or resistance or something. Like damage reduction. You did it? Yo, GG. GG. Good job. So Ludwig is definitely a tough fight. But it is also just a very, very fun fight. "20 attempts under-leveled and 4 perfectly leveled." That sounds about right. Sometimes you just need like that tiny bit extra damage or like tiny bit more HP to get you through a fight. Like those 1 or 2 extra levels. Yo, GG. And then next you get to go to my favourite area in the game. Good old research hall. No, not sarcasm, as in like research hall is actually my favourite area in the game. That wasn't sarcastic. It's actually my favourite area. I'm really sorry to hear that, Will. I didn't realise that's what that was. Sorry to hear that. Holy fuck. I mean, it's nice that you still go to sea, though. I think that's a very nice gesture. I think I'm very fortunate that that hasn't happened to me yet. But I think it happens to a lot of people, sadly. That's a really nice thing to do, though. To always, like, go there every now and again to check on him. And I think it's always a tough thing, like... the last person I would say was actually, like, properly close to me to die would have been in 2011. So, like, I've been very fortunate in that sense. I think it's always the kind of thing that it's going to happen at some point, and you never like look forward to it, but you know, it's going to happen at some point, and kind of like know it, or kind of like being okay with it happening, I think is a very big thing. Oh shit. Because like, I mean, my great nan died in like, I want to say 2019, but I can't exactly remember the year. But I was never like super close to her. She lived like really far away. We only saw her once a year. So like it was sad, but I wasn't really like, you know, it was also not unexpected type thing. Let's say that the last person that I would say was like really actually close to me was back in 2011, so I haven't had that for a while, which I think makes me very fortunate. And that's the thing, it was quite a long time ago, to be fair. I mean, I was what, 9, I think? I think I just turned 9, so it was a long time ago, but you know, at the time it was a pretty tough thing because I was still very, very young. Like, I mean, in a way, being younger can help if you don't fully understand it, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a good thing, you know? I think it's better to actually understand it. And obviously, if you're like so young that you're just not going to remember it anyway, then like, obviously there's not much you can do about that. But I do think it's just better to be older when it happens. That is a really sad thing to happen, Will. That seems very messed up. Oh, hello, Ratchet. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you've never really had a proper conversation, then it is kind of different. Like in the case of my my great nan, like she had dementia for like 4 years before she died. So, you know, by that point, we hadn't actually seen her in a while. And even when we had seen her, you know, she didn't really know who we were. So that one I think was quite different. You know, when it's someone that you see every like day, week, couple weeks, it definitely has a much bigger impact. I mean, it's glad that he really enjoyed that though, Will. I think it's always nice to like when that sort of thing happens rather than, you know, sort of like slowly, you know, sort of like slowly going. Like, in a way, I kind of feel like that's better. To all be like happy and stuff and then it just happens suddenly rather than having like a slow decline. Like, in a way, I almost feel like that's preferable. Yeah, I'm sure it really doesn't feel like that long. Like, it's going to be really weird. I mean, yeah, better for them, sure, but in a way, they're the one that matter. If you kind of get what I mean. So that's it. I mean, say it depends. It just like obviously different people are gonna like react to it differently and like approach it differently. So I guess it just depends like case to case, person to person. No, hello Flame Angel. I've been doing pretty well. The last one we had today was actually really good, to be honest. And so far this one has started okay, so I've been doing pretty well. Hope you are too. I mean, yeah, it's always going to be hard on everyone else, but that's just the nature of it, you know. That's never going to change. Like, especially those closest, it's always going to be tough, but I guess it's just obviously like people are going to deal with it in very different ways. I guess that can also like add some roughness to it. Like if you don't even know like a proper cause, I guess that as well can definitely add some stuff to it. It's just a shame that these sorts of things can happen. I mean, Sekiro's been treating us pretty well today. Like, this is the second run. The first run today was like 3 or 4 hits. So in all honesty, it's actually been... Sekiro has been behaving today. I also think I'm actually... Like, I'm definitely paying more attention to it than I was on like Tuesday or Wednesday. So I think that's also helping a lot with it. Although we do have Gunfort coming up again in probably like 5 minutes, so actually not even that. So we'll see how it is actually treating us once we're done with Gunfort. So we'll wait to see what Gunfort says, whether we get sniped or not. I'd say so far the runs have been pretty good today. There's a very long and boring way to skip Gunfort. Not without glitches, there isn't. With glitches, there definitely are. But glitchless, no. You can go through the reservoir and the dungeon to get into the Snake Eyes cave and fight and to get down to Corrupted Monk there. But you need to beat Gunfort in order to get to Guardian Ape. Oh, you mean the snake cave, yeah? Yeah. The issue with that is the snake only shows up if it's already attacked you in the water. If it hasn't attacked you in the water yet, it won't actually be there. So you have to go through Gunfort and get into that water for the snake to spawn so that you can kill the snake. So it doesn't actually skip Gunfort. Yeah, that's okay, but like we didn't say anything related to that. If that's what you were concerned about. So you can't. Yeah, the snake will only show up once it's attacked you in the water after Gunfort. So, if that weren't the case, then we would absolutely go that way. If it were always there, we would absolutely go that way. But yeah, there's no way to avoid Gunfort without glitches. So we have to do it every run. And it's just an RNG fest. It's just, do you get lucky? I think there are things to help, like using a Gatchine helps, but in the grand scheme of things, it is just luck. I'd say that there are like glitches you can do to get, like to get past Gunfort. So you can either use things like contact medicine to like get down via where the snake is without the snake being there, or you can obviously do things like air swimming. I mean, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Will. It's completely fine. Like I had no idea that that was the reason. So it's completely fine to share that. Don't worry. Oh yeah, that's the thing, Marina. Like, on the most part, a lot of the hits are kind of coming down to like RNG or, you know, enemies or bosses doing shit that they're not supposed to, or that I'm not used to them doing, kind of thing. Like, there's not really any actual just straight up execution mistakes now. You know, there's not that many of actual just like, oh, I didn't deflect that attack, or, you know, that sort of thing. They still happen, but not that often anymore. Definitely not compared to when I, you know, first started doing like Sure or Purification. I mean, I'd say that's up to you, Will. Like, you know, maybe meeting up with friends could help take your mind off it a bit, or, and you know, if you like do something else that can help take your mind off it, or, you know, or if you do want to think about it, then, you know, it kind of depends on, like, it depends on how you feel, you know. And say we're always like up to talking about it if you need to. I don't know agility, no. I didn't even know that it was in the game, I'm going to be honest. Don't need the weapon for the true ending. I can't remember if you need weapons on. I think you might need weapons for Platinum, but I'm not certain. I think you do. You can always just like check the, like, whatever the trophy says to see if it actually says like get all weapons somewhere. But you don't need armor. I'm like certain of that. You don't need all the armor. But I think you might need weapons. Get all hunter's weapons. Yeah, then you do then, yeah. Yeah, it can just be bought in New Game Plus. I don't think there's a restriction, like, ending-wise. Pretty sure there's no restriction ending-wise, and you can just buy it as soon as you're in New Game Plus. I mean, even if there is an ending restriction, you're going to have to do that ending at some point, so... You know, you'll be able to get it eventually if there actually is a restriction, but I'm fairly confident that there isn't. Like, the only thing I can think of is maybe if you choose to not fight him, but... You know, I don't know what would happen then. I've never tested that. Got a song stuck in your head? Oh, so have I, to be fair. I'd have... It's not like a really annoying one, but... I mean, it doesn't matter how, like, annoying or not annoying a song is. As soon as it gets stuck in your head, it becomes really annoying. It could be, like, the best song ever, but you get it stuck in your head and then it's just like, no. I say, by the time you've done the other two, you'll definitely be able to buy it, so it doesn't really matter if there is an ending restriction. You've got Ludwig's theme? Okay, that's an exception. Okay, maybe don't say it then, Will. Really don't want anything to get political. Okay, Ludwig's theme is an exception. That definitely doesn't get annoying. Like, you could listen to that on repeat. What am I getting? I'm sure it is the real name of the song, but given I don't know what that song is. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just a meme, though. Like, that's fine. I thought you meant, like, an actual, like, I thought it was actually, like, a political song or something. But that's just literally just a piece of music attached to a meme, so... Yeah, I saw what you said. Like, the song itself has nothing to do with... It's just the... It's just like the White Putin walk meme. Like... The song has nothing to do with it, it's literally just the music. Honestly, that was kind of anticlimactic. I was expecting you to say something like super political, but no. I was expecting like a really political answer. It's not actually politics though, it's literally just a meme, so I'm fine with it. Like, anything actually political, no, but... Okay, I'm going to do a double there instead of 2 singles in case he screamed. Because I didn't really have the space to run behind him. Not living up to my expectations. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Callum's I actually haven't heard of that. Or at the very least, I don't recognise the name. I don't actually know what that is from name. Which is probably another crime in itself. What is that? I remember where the extremely precious blood gem is. Is it an... What's the achievement, like, name called, Agility? Everyone under 30 in the UK should know him. Well, I guess that means I'm over 30. So I think that achievement means you just need to get like a certain tier of blood gem. Also, this is the wrong idol. Like, I think you just need like to get one of the highest tiers of blood gem. There are probably some in Mensis somewhere. Either Mensis or in the Chalice dungeons there'll be some. And like, you need to go to the Chalices for one of the achievements anyway. So I can't remember exact locations, but it's just like, get a high tier of blood gem pretty much. Have I heard of Tic Tac Head? No. I'm just completely out of the loop. Is this like newer stuff or what? Yeah, that's the Ritual Blood achievement. But if you play online, it's fine. Like, if you play online, you can just go on YouTube and search for like, you know, Ritual Blood Chalice dungeon locations and input all the things in, and you can just pick them up and not have to farm. Yeah, there's one achievement for a boss which requires you to do all the Chalice dungeons, or like most of them anyway. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Holy fuck, how learn to behave. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Al did not want to cooperate. No, I didn't have PS Plus at the time. I think I've only had PS Plus for like the last like year and a half. Well, actually no, I had it for maybe like 6 months, then cancelled it, and then I've had it for the past like 3 months or something. Yeah, when I did my first playthrough, I didn't have it, so I had to farm everything, which is very painful. Yeah, it also meant no, like, chalice farm for, like, vials and stuff. I've heard of BG Media. No. You're just going to find out just how, like, out of touch I am with all this stuff. The first playthrough was on PC. Wait, what? How? Was there something with like PS Plus where you can like play games on PC or something, or like you can put it on your? How? Or am I just missing something? You're gonna show me? Okay, well. Oh, cloud game, yeah. Yeah, I could remember there was like something like that where you could take like PS Plus and put it on PC, but I thought for a second that you had like secret access to the Bloodborne PC port, and it was like, please give that to me. Like, just secret access. You work for Sony. I'll do anything. I mean, cloud gaming in general, I guess, can be a bit rough quality-wise. Oh, the DLC wasn't on there. Oh, yeah. That does kind of... Honestly, without the DLC... I mean, obviously, Bloodborne's still a very good game without the DLC, but... It probably wouldn't be my favourite if the DLC didn't exist, in all honesty. It'd probably be like second or something. Because the DLC does just elevate it to another level. Oh, I need the idol. Kind of surprised that the input delay would have been so low. It's a really good sign, but... And that is really cool, but honestly, that's kind of surprising. If I had to guess, I probably would have said there would have been quite a big input delay. Okay, let me have a... I just wasted a shuriken. Oh, that... Yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah, I know what that is. I just didn't know that was like the channel or what it was called or something. I've seen that video, yeah. Okay, I'm not completely out of the loop then. Yeah, I've seen that video, yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called, or like the channel or anything. I'm not completely out of it then. No, I haven't seen the songs. I've just seen that video. Or I guess like that sort of like 10-second clip, I should say. I say maybe you just got lucky agility. Every copy of Bloodborne is personalised. I'd say like it will probably just work for some people and not for others. Well, I'm going to quickly go and get some more water, so I'm going to once again subject you to this cutscene. Hello, Yana. We really just have like a group of people here that just tell when True Monk happens. They just know. Just an instinct. Ah, shit. That was a bit too close. I tried to do a head stomp there and fucking missed. I did the head stomp and just missed and almost got hit by that sweep. I mean, it does kind of sound like the Witches of Henrik screams in a way. Or like noises. But not the witches, like the enemies in there. I can kind of hear that, yeah. Someone edited one of his songs and made it a crime to humanity. Oh, good. The power of, like, people on the internet editing things is honestly too much to handle. Yeah, well, when you're playing Bloodborne, given that like you've had the entire game spoiled to you at this point, when you're playing. So the anniversary is a week Sunday. the 9th anniversary. I'd say I'll probably do like a bonus stream on that Sunday. I'll probably do a bonus stream to play some Bloodborne. Don't know what I would play, but you know, just to play Bloodborne. I mean, okay, yeah, you just have like half a playthrough of DS2 left and then you're on Bloodborne. Okay, here's the important question though, Will. After Bloodborne, is it Sekiro or Elden Ring? Whichever one it is, I would fucking love to watch you play it. I would love to watch you play it. Which one is it going to be after Bloodborne? Sekiro. Oh, yes. The time is slowly approaching. Getting to watch Will play Sekiro. I think you should stream it. Just so we can watch. Because you've only played the trilogy, right, Will? Like, you've just done DS 1, 2, 3, yeah? I think you should stream it. Give us all a laugh. Share. What the fuck? Well, fucking like share your screen on Discord and then have me stream Discord or some shit. Just the Will Sekiro watch party. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't want to talk about it. You're going to drag out, you're just going to like draw out the BB playthrough so that you never have to play Sekiro. You're never going to like get to Sekiro, so you never hit like the allegations of, oh yeah, you need to stream this. You just never make it to Sekiro. Just only ever play Bloodborne. Gonna send the original edited version? Go for it. Given that you're saying that it was a fucking crime against humanity. Now I'm kind of curious, given that that's how you described it. And yeah, say I don't know what I would do on a. Yeah, I would love to watch Will play Bloodborne. Actually, that's what we should do. On Sunday, on Bloodborne's anniversary, we should get Will to like start playing Bloodborne for the first time. That should be like the day he starts. and we can just watch his like first impressions and like first like few areas. Now that sounds like a plan. That sounds like an idea. What if you use a map? Don't. It's more funny that way. Oh shit. Why would you use a map though? Why is exploring not part of the fun? Like, absolutely, like, use a map to go back and check, like, what you need for platinum. Like, when you want to get the platinum trophy, use a map to go back and check, like, the things you need and where they all are. Like, sure. But, like, don't use it for the first playthrough. Yeah, well, start your streaming career. You've already got some, you've got some subs and followers right here. More like I have people who want to watch me suffer. Is that not why you're here, Will? Is that not the entire reason you watch this? Like, am I missing the point? Or is there a different reason? Am I just missing the point with this? Like, why do you think you like watch this? Like, you just like watching me suffer, even if you haven't even, like, played the game that I'm playing. You will literally spoil yourself playing a game that you want to play just so that you can watch me, like, suffer in it. I mean, yeah, clearly, like... Yeah, as long as Ember's suffering, it doesn't matter what the game is. Okay, as it turns out, locking onto the boss helps. As it turns out, locking onto the boss is good. Now, Yami, you must be seeing things. I go to, like, an optician if I were you. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd definitely get that looked at. I guess Will just enjoys seeing me suffer. Yeah, the PS5 mic is so weird. It sounds so weird. I honestly don't even know how you're supposed to, like, turn it off. Like, as I said, the only reason it was on is because I couldn't figure out how to get how to turn it off. I also don't understand, like, why do you need a microphone in the controller? Like, why does the PS5 controller have to have a microphone with it, like, in it? Your mic sounded fine, yeah. It sounded like a microphone, not like a microphone being dropped underwater. It kind of falls into, like, you know, features over practicality. Like, why does the controller itself need a microphone? Like, sure, cool feature, but why? Teach you the speed run? Go fast. How to speedrun Sekiro, go fast and kill the bosses. There's my advice. I mean, your accent was understandable. At the same point, like, I am a Brit, so I may have a better job with accent than other people. I mean, say, it sounded like, say, I could understand it. Oh wait, is the button to mute the microphone literally just on the controller? Oh wait, fuck, what? Okay, no, that's a... Wait, what? Okay, now, okay, no, let me just clarify something. So I didn't mute my controller because I couldn't figure out how to mute it, because I was looking for an actual, like, setting in the PS5 menu. I couldn't find it. But there's a button right, like, above the microphone here, which I'm assuming is the mute button. So I just pressed it to, like, see what it did, and it took a screenshot. It literally just took a screenshot of my game. I mean, you know, I guess because it's not actually plugged into a PlayStation, it's plugged into a PC and, like, into Steam. But even so, like, why the fuck did it just take a screenshot? No, hold on a second. This is important. Where the fuck did that even save? I swear I'm not making this up. Where did that even save? I don't know why. Pictures, screenshots. What's the date? 15th of March. I don't know where it's actually saved, to be fair, but I swear I'm not crazy. It just took a screenshot. I guess they felt that that feature was needed. They're like, oh, you know, if it's not plugged into the PS5, then, you know, people are still going to want to take screenshots. So let's make, you know, let's make the button do that, obviously. But, like, why? Because, like, obviously you're always going to want, like, quick access to the screenshot button if you're playing on PC. Ah, shit. Okay. I thought it wasn't about to let me, like, give me the death blow. You're like, when would you not want to just take a screenshot of the push of your controller? Such a helpful feature. And yeah, best boss. I'm so glad that double ape isn't actually required to beat the game. If you kill ape first without getting into Hidden Forest, it is required, but luckily there is a way into Hidden Forest. Oh, I just wasted a confetti. I'll look at it after, Will. I'm kind of worried. Kind of worried. Okay, good old demon. I mean, so I'll have a look at it at some point. Okay, how exactly was that not a deflect? Like, how was he able to miss me but not? Or was that literally just like a random stagger? That was a very questionable thing, given that I don't know how I wasn't in position to deflect that. But I think that does count as a hit. Why are you backing yourself into a corner? Oh, well, that's just the thing with the internet, like, it's very easy for people just like look at something, then find it funny, make a shit ton of edits. And that's just kind of how it is now. Oh, that was close. Yes, I'm sure it's not very fun for him, but that's what the internet has become. There's a reason I only do 4 hits there. I was literally thinking to myself as I was doing that, I always do 4 hits here. And then I went for a 5th. This is what happens when you get greedy. That was also another greedy hit. Okay, what's he gonna do? That. Yes, I'm not gonna look at it until after, so... So I'll have a look at it later. If you don't count getting hit, you didn't get hit. It's actually really good advice. I hadn't actually thought about that. Yeah, I should just not count them as hits. And then we've basically got the run. But that is actually a big brain move. Just like when they like reject my submission, just say, well, you know, I just didn't count that as a hit, so it's valid. Seems like a very good idea. I think we should like propose a rule change. Then instead of like actually defining everything that's a hit, just say what is and is not a hit is up to the runner's discretion. And then they can just decide whether it's a hit or not. And yeah, perfect. You'll get a lot more hitless runs, so... Solution found. First try, first try, first try. Fuck. No, take care, Will. Have a nice evening. And also make sure you get your fucking assignment done. Try not to leave it until the very end. Ah, shit. I think I got away with it, question mark? Oh yeah, I definitely got away with it. Yeah, try not to completely forget about work and things. It's not advisable. Because I also still haven't started the next like video for editing, so I guess you could say I'm also behind on that. Like, it's not an assignment per se, but Haven't even started it. Ah, shit. I always, like, forget to do the last jump there. So remember that time that I, like, jumped out of the well and immediately jumped into the fire? Like, on the building? That was a fun way to lose a run. How long ago would that have been? I'm just realizing how fucking long I've spent on these runs. Because we started Purification in, like, the first week of the year. Holy fuck. Also, I don't know why I'm using confetti there. Yes, we've actually spent like 2.5 months on these 2 runs so far. I mean, obviously I haven't been doing it all the time, but it's weird to put into perspective how long it's been. It does not feel like I've been trying this for 2.5 months. I like feel like I've been back to Sekiro no hit for that long. I mean, hey, maybe if I didn't have that owl choke, we would have already beaten it. Well, I forgot how to, like, dodge the attack. Maybe we would already be onto other stuff. Well, make your mind up. The butterfly's being a bit irritating. Okay, no. Yeah, just make your mind up. Oh, remember you just like, okay, I'm going to sleep. Okay, I'm back. I slept for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to sleep again. Okay, I'm back again. Yeah. And that's why we get the extra attack power from Demon. Because without that one extra attack power, those mortal jaws actually don't kill Lady Butterfly. And you end up in a situation of trying to chase her around to get the final hit. See, I'd rather fight our Demon at a low attack power in order to get, you know, in order to be able to do that to Lady Butterfly. I mean, it is pretty effective, but even that is still kind of RNG dependent. Like, if she instantly jumps away. If she just instantly jumps away, then it might kill, but it sometimes doesn't. And you end up having to chase her anyway. Nice grapple. Cool grapple game. Oh, hello, Louise Merkwoods. Welcome, welcome. I mean, in all seriousness, these 2 runs today have been pretty fucking good. Ah, shit. It was pretty fucking good until there. Oh, I need to... Right, if I fuck this up, I actually have to go and get the... If I fuck this up, I need to go and get the idol. Actually, this is kind of good practice in a way. I've never actually fucked this up, like, during a run. So it's kind of good practice to have to go and do this. Yeah, that's the thing. Last stream, I definitely wasn't as focused, and it was like... I want to say it was like 8 and 10 hits or something for the 2 runs. And today it's like 3 and 3. I guess this one is technically 4 for damage, but 3 hits. Yeah, these runs have gone way better. And I also got into Fountainhead Hitless again for the first time in a long time. Yeah, this little bit here is good practice. Basically, this is the fail-safe if I mess up a strat and need to get more Gatchines. So it's good to have to, like, I did it both runs today. Because I died in Gunfall in the first one and had to use an extra one. It's good to actually have to like do that in a run for a bit of practice. You know, in case I actually need to do it in a actual like hitless run. Yeah, basically if something goes wrong with any like Gatchine strats, that's where I need to go for my backups. Is to get the 2 up there. Please run into this. But, I mean, it's actually decent to, yeah, do that practice. And so these runs have been way better. First one was 3 hits, this is 3 or 4. Or 3 or 4 currently. I'd say like next. I'm trying to think when next to this would be. What day does Rise of Ronin come out? Because that does actually look interesting. I'm actually considering getting it. So tomorrow is Elden Ring. I want to say it comes out like Thursday or Friday. So maybe we still have like 2 streams next week to do more of this before there's like a bit of casual stuff. It's also been a very long time since I've done a Hitless Owl. $22nd. Oh yeah, that's next Friday. Yeah, so I guess we definitely still have like at least 2 streams next week to do more of this. So we are getting pretty damn close. Like we are pretty damn close at this point. How many emblems have I got? Enough. So it has looked interesting. So I probably will get it, to be fair. Then maybe I could like play it. Maybe I could play it on the channel, maybe I'll play it casually, I don't know. If I do... I think if I do, then it would be a Friday, Saturday thing. Easy. What are you doing? I never like it when he gets himself stuck in a corner like this. But it doesn't matter. I mean, given that the last stream is like 8 hits in the first run and 10 hits in the second, or something like that. 7 hits between 2 runs. 7 hits between 2 no reset runs. Pretty damn good. And we were back to Fountainhead. Honestly, very, very productive stream. I definitely think that like a week off from no hit helped. I definitely think that week of just doing casual stuff helped. Right, but I think I am going to call it there. Like, I mean, runs would be longer if I actually went and also got the echoes from the quest line, but there's no point doing that if I'm not hitless. Yeah, I'm going to call it there. Because... So I'm getting very close to this. The week off did help. But because tomorrow... This is going to be a fun one. Tomorrow is the return of Elden Ring all bosses speedruns. Oh boy. Yeah, that's like a 6.5 hour run real time. So that's going to be a longer stream. Which is maybe why I'm not doing another one here. Because I'd also actually just need to straight up look at the route. Like, I cannot remember it. I cannot remember it, so I'm going to have to look at stuff. When I'm actually doing the run, I'm going to have like the route open on my laptop so I can actually read it. Say start time for that is... It's probably going to be a bit awkward for anybody in America, start time. I think I'm going to start it hopefully around midday, my time, which is about 3.5 hours earlier than normal stream start to convert into whatever time zone you're in. About 3.5 hours earlier than normal. So yeah, it's probably going to be a bit awkward for people in America, the start time, but... The thing is, if I go into the evening, I'm going to have to split the run into like 2 sections. Like, I'm going to have to do part of it, then go for a bit, and then come back and do the other part. But if I start slightly earlier, then that means that I can do the entire run like in one sitting with no breaks, which is like what I want to do to get back into that sort of like style. So yeah, so I'm going to start about midday GMT to convert into whatever time zone you want. Like around midday GMT. And yeah, it's potentially like a 6.5, 7 hour run. Could even be above 7 hours if I'm awful at it. But that's going to be fun. That's going to be an interesting one. As I said, I'm going to be doing all bosses again in sort of like the run up to the DLC in about 3 months. So that is going to be a fun one, yeah. All 165, like everything. If it has a health bar, we're killing it. Everything. So tomorrow is going to be fun. So yeah, tomorrow will be all bosses. Next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, will be more Sekiro. And then, say, depending on whether or not I buy it, Friday might be like Rise of the Ronin. We'll see. Every sheep in Limgrave. Just every little bit of wildlife. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a very long run, as said, so we're starting earlier, but... I mean, it's fine. Limgrave isn't Wales. Dave can live. Yeah, so we're going to be starting early for that, but... hopefully I will see you all there. I need to go and look at the route and some of the glitches. It's going to be awful. But yeah, so that's going to be me done now. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a good rest of your afternoon/evening. And hope to see you tomorrow for what could potentially be a very, very long run. So yeah, thank you everyone and take care.